If you want to look at the world through a lens of optimism, by all means, do it. But if you want to look at a world where you will have a strategic advantage in the future, you have to see it for what it is. When I look at the future of the United States, it's important to understand two things. First, I'm looking at the future of the United States through the lens of a 43-year-old business owner and father of an 11-year-old and a 6-year-old. I have 2 children that aren't even of teenage years yet. And their young professional life won't really start until they're 19 to 21 years old. It's my responsibility now to think of the environment they will have when they are 20 years old. They can't make that decision for themselves. So when I think about the United States 9 years from now, 10 years from now, do I think the United States will be the best place for my 20-year-old son and my 16-year-old daughter to find opportunity? I'm not so sure that that's the case. I'm not so sure that the United States of 10 years from now won't be more divided, less powerful, more controlling from a federal government control of citizenship state. I'm not convinced that that's going to be the best foundation for my children to have opportunities, which is why I plan to leave the United States in the next 5 to 7 years, because I want to give them the opportunity to have success. In my estimation, the best opportunity for anybody who has a business, who has wealth, who's growing wealth, or who's growing any kind of business acumen, the best place to grow and succeed in the future is actually less likely to be the United States and more likely to be some other third nation. Until the United States has the time to go through its adolescence. The countries that are on my short list of places to seek opportunity for my children, there are countries in Europe like Portugal or Spain, Italy, Croatia. There are countries in Latin America. We specifically look at Costa Rica. We've looked at Mexico. There are countries that are very wealthy countries like Switzerland or Norway. There are countries all across Africa. These countries are not perfect in and of themselves, but where they are imperfect is different than where we are going in our own imperfection. Because where we are going is more towards a state of chaos and unpredictability, whereas many of these other third world countries or developing countries have very predictable systems. They may be corrupt, but they're predictably corrupt. There are many countries in the world where $10,000 can get you basically anything you want. Where here in the United States, $10,000 in the bank doesn't even qualify you for a home loan, right? How do you deal with that? How do you assess the impact of that on the future state of the family that you're trying to build?
So fresh on me.